Good morning, YouTube. Hey, I'm glad to see you back this week. This is Felicia with Felicia TTV, and that's F-A, not F-E. Anyway, you all, this week, I'm so glad to see you back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we have a lot to discuss. We're going to move swiftly through it and just kind of give our opinions on the stories that came up in this week's entertainment news. The first story we're going to talk about is Jussie Smollet. Jussie Smollet has been exonerated of the charges that were brought against him, saying that he staged a hate crime in Chicago. And it's been a couple of weeks, maybe a month and a week, 5 weeks or so, and they came back this week and said that all 16 charges had been dropped and that he is no longer under investigation by the Chicago Police Department. They're going to keep his $10,000 in bond money, and he had to complete 2 days of community service. He has completed the 2 days of community service, and he has gone back to LA, to Hollywood, and to focus on his career. I'm glad that he's able to take that step toward fixing his life, and we're not really sure yet what Fox TV is going to do about his role on Empire, and we don't know what the FBI or if they're going to open up additional investigations into his claims. But for now, all 16 charges that were brought against him from the Chicago Police Department have been dropped. And I just celebrate that. I was really hurt when it looked really bad, like he had orchestrated this whole thing, or even that not necessarily orchestrated it, but that he had any part in it at all. I was thinking that maybe his ability to discern people and their motives should have been a little bit keener, should have been a little bit sharper. He should have been looking ahead at how people, you know, in the industry, or that people that want into the industry will practically do any damn thing just to get a come up off of somebody. So I think his spirit of discernment needs some work, because he should have been able to see through it, or he should have been able to he should have been speculative. He should have had some kind of I don't know about y'all. That's the way I feel about that. So if he ain't working on that, that's my suggestion. But I enjoyed watching him do his little press conference and tell the whole fucking world, I didn't do this. I wouldn't have done this to my mama. Which is exactly what I said in my video. Oh my God, man, what about your mama? What about your family? How could you do this? If this is true, this is just ridiculous. The first thing that he said, I've always said that I didn't do it, and I didn't do it. I wouldn't have done this to my mother. I wouldn't have done this to my career. This is not me. It's not my character. And I was just glad to hear him say all of that. I had jumped all the way ahead and started anticipating his next couple of scenes on the series Empire. I love him on that. I love for him to sit down and sing at that piano. I love it when he gets up and he do his little concerts and he just be all in it. I just love him in that show. So for me, it was definitely a win. I was glad to see him say that. I was glad that they had dropped the charges. All of the above. Of course, you know there's going to be something negative, and a lot of people are now, they want to know why isn't he moving forward to try to find. I wouldn't consume the next couple of years of my life trying to find somebody that I have no idea where they are. Obviously, I can't identify them, since these two said, you know, that they were there. It's too much. I would leave it alone. I absolutely would. I wouldn't go searching and spending money to try to find somebody, a needle in a haystack, so to speak. I wouldn't do that either. I would get back to my life and try to get over the fact that it happened and that no one believed me. They almost had me judged, convicted, and on his way to jail. I wouldn't say another word. The president tweeting that the FBI and whoever else, whatever other organizations he can chalk up, he always want to get somebody investigated. But his old punk ass gonna get in trouble for saying that about him. Maybe I'll cut that out. All I'm saying is he spends so much time down here in the weeds when he should be up high level worrying about things that affect this nation and this country and our relationships with other countries. He is so petty. Anyway, I'm moving on. I don't want to stay on him long at all. Okay, I've got a full day. I have a full day and I don't want to ruin it this early in the day. Again, I would like to say to Jussie Smollet, just like I came out here and let you have it and gave you a hug at the end of that video and said, because you are our brother, I'm coming back to say I'm very glad. Whether there's more to it that we just don't know, I'm not going digging around in your trash cans to figure out whether you were telling the truth or not. The courts dropped it. I'm dropping it. I'm glad to see you back. I hope you can recover, and congratulations to you. So the next thing we're going to talk about quickly, kind of go over, was Wendy Williams and what she's going through with her husband. For an update, Wendy Williams relapsed last week. They said that after her show, she didn't check into the sober living house and she went and got drunk. Supposedly and allegedly because Sharina Hudson, the mistress of her husband for 11 years, gave birth to a baby girl in a Philadelphia hospital. So she did have the baby, and Wendy has been seen publicly out with Kevin, and they ask questions, paparazzi, they ask her questions, they ask him questions, and he is just responding that right now he is supporting his wife on her addiction and wanting to see her get better. He's there for her and support of her while she gets healthy. TMZ ran a clip this week that asked her, one of the paparazzi asked her from TMZ how she was doing, if her and Kevin were okay. She didn't answer, but she did raise her hand and scratch her forehead, and there was no ring. What I've heard is that she is wearing the ring when she tapes her show, so as not to have to make any comments or remarks about that, because she did say, don't ask me nothing until you see this ring is gone. So she's taping her shows with her ring, but she has been seen out by the paparazzi without it. I think she should leave him. That's me weighing in. Not saying, I'm not digging around to try to see what he doing. That's not gonna be the vlogger or the blogger that I am. I don't want to go in your dirty trash to try to find no dirt on you and try to get out here and tell the whole world and be the first to tell them. To me, that's beyond the moral compass that I have. That's not where I am. That's not who I am. I will weigh in, but that's not who I am. I'm not searching for your dirt. So I'll leave that to the other bloggers. For Wendy, it's here. You know, it has come to a head. We are at the climax of this story. That girl done had that baby, and Kevin is likely the father. As I did last week, I would like to send Wendy hugs, love, and kisses, prayers, as she goes through this, because this is horrific. She loves her husband, and she likely has been dealing with this for longer than even the 11 years. Because for real, when you cheat, you just cheat. If you a fighter, you fight. I don't think people get over those behaviors when it's a part of their character and who they are. If they're a liar, they're going to be a liar. You know what I mean? If they are a cheat and they have cheated, they're gonna cheat. Some of them may try to change those behaviors, but for the most part, people that fight you, they're gonna continue to fight you. It may not be every month anymore, it may be every 6 months. So in essence, you think to yourself, oh, they're getting better. It's getting further apart. Those beatings or those acts of abuse are getting further and further apart. They used to be once a week, and now they once a month. And now we've even fast forwarded, they're not happening, but every 6 months. I don't care. If they fighting you in the beginning, that shit ain't gonna stop. And if they do stop, try it out on the next person. I'm sorry, I already know that you got the propensity to bump and move back and forth in your behaviors. So I don't want to risk it. So to me, he gonna always be a cheater. He probably always has been a cheater. And I just hope for Wendy's sake that she come out of it. I think she's strong enough. I think she'll kick her addictions that much more soon if she get rid of his ass. That's just my perspective. Let him go on over there with Sharina Hudson and his new baby girl and have relationship with his son. And y'all ain't even got a freaking co-parent because your son is in college. He grown. Y'all don't need to come up together and talk and figure out which one of y'all gonna pick him up because he got an early release day in school. He's a grown ass man at this point. And I would leave his ass alone. I'd leave that street and let him and Sharina have that street, not go some damn where else in Jersey. I wouldn't deal with that shit, not one little bit. And this is just me. Again, my opinion. And just like Wendy weigh in and give her opinion, I'm weighing in and give my opinion. I like her. She a boss. She don't need to take this shit. You sick. You going through some mental shit. And I think until you can totally focus on you and your sobriety and you getting better, this nigga gonna be a hindrance. Him and that bitch and their new baby. That's my perspective on that. Okay, the next story I wanted to talk about real fast is CardiB. This really falls under the who dropped the ball. I don't know why she would get on Instagram at all. This is what I tell my son, my daughter, and other young people. You are ranting and raving on social media today. You don't know where this is going to come and pop back up in your life and how it's going to affect you later on in your life when you've moved past it, when you've grown, when you've matured. And then they see social media and the rest of the damn world is going to see where you were ranting and raving and telling your business out to the public, something that could potentially affect your growth, affect your success. You don't have any decorum and you have no restraint. You get mad, you get on social media and you pop the hell off. You haven't even had an opportunity to become the person that you're going to be. You get on social media and you rant and rave, and then it comes back up in your life. It pops back up when you least expect it, like a fucking bump. And now you gotta try and downplay it or explain it off. So CardiB gets on social media this week and she admits in her rant that she used to meet guys at the strip club, take them back to the hotel, willingly. They went willingly and drug them and then robbed them. And not only was that the stupidest thing she has ever done, she done some stupid shit. By far was the stupidest thing she has ever done. Cosby did it. It didn't serve him well. He's doing time for admitting what he did. He will likely die there because he got on a talk show one night and started telling how he used to give women quaaludes. You're not helping. You can't sue anybody for defamation of character because you are actually getting online and saying the words yourself. That's so fucking dumb. It doesn't serve you well. It's not serving you well. You know what? She'll be fine as long as no one comes up and says, yeah, she did. She did that to me and I want to press charges. But when you start giving specifics about what you did, you open up yourself for a lawsuit. So at John King _ did a tape, released it on YouTube, giving his story, his experience with CardiB drugging him and robbing him. leaving him when he did come out of it with nothing but a shoe. He had to leave out of the hotel room with his shoe over his penis. And you opened up the door for that, honey. Talking about that. Where is everybody in her corner that shut the fuck up, Cardi? Shut up. I like you, girl, but you are gonna self-sabotage your career with that mouth. You're gonna self-sabotage. You're gonna be at the crib with plenty of money, but you ain't gonna be able to do what you love because you talk too fucking much. Shut up. Okay? That's my 3 stories that I wanted to address today about what's going on in the industry. I want to conclude with my thoughts about vloggers and bloggers and how they get their stories and my position on that. But there's huge digging and just behind the scenes paparazzi vlogger collaborations, and you're all in the trash can of these people's lives, digging up dirt so you can release a story and get hundreds of thousands of viewers and subscribers added to your page. To me, it ain't worth it. That's not who I am. I'm not gonna dig in your trash, feed it to the public. I'm not gonna do it. It's not worth it. I don't need subscribers so badly, or not even need, just crave growing my subscribers and my likes to my videos to the point where I would dig around in these people's lives just to be the first one to expose their shit. That's what Wendy did, and I think she's living that. She's living the repercussions of the of having lived that life all of her life. You would think other vloggers that are going out of their way to expose people in their shit would catch a clue. You know, buy a damn vowel. And one of my favorite bloggers, TashaK, I love her YouTube channel, but she really is going in to dig up dirt on CardiB and Wendy and just expose their lives and their shit to the world, and it's just not, that's not gonna be who I am. This blogger is going to wait till those stories are released. I don't want to be first. I ain't gotta be first. I'm not here to tell nobody else's damn situation and truth. That's not what this whole thing means to me. What I want to do is weigh in on it and tell you how I feel about it, and if anything, sympathize with your situation, empathize with your situation, maybe give my opinion on how to help or to help you feel better. It's not going to be my position as a YouTube blogger to get on here and expose anybody's dirt. I think people deserve their privacy. I think people deserve their space when they're going through stuff, and I think that people need us to be sympathetic to that, and that's just where our country is right now. The climate is just, people don't have any sympathy for their fellow man. They have no empathy for what they're going through. They can't feel it, even if they have gone through similar situations. They just have no I remember when that was me about them. But I just wanted to get on here and say that's not going to be my position ever. I'm not digging around in the damn trash and in the dirt to dig up nothing on none of these people. Once it's out there, I'll weigh in, tell you what I think, but that's just not who I am. And if that's what I have to be in order to gain subscribers, then I'll have my 77 and just be glad to be a part of YouTube channel streets and move forward like that. I wanted to know how you all feel about the situations that happened in the news this week with Jussie Smollet. Are we happy that he was vindicated? Are we happy that he gets to move on with our life? Or are we still looking at him with a side eye? I think I'm done looking at him with a side eye. He has been vindicated by the courts. They can't hold him to anything. He did what they said. They want that $10,000 bond money. Keep it. Other than that, I have moved on, as I think we all should. And then with Wendy Williams, I'm still sending her love and hugs. Stay strong and move forward with her life. Fuck Kevin, and you move the hell on. How you doing? And then, lastly but not least, CardiB. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. I wish you young people knew how silence would kill a motherfucker. You don't get it yet. But when you shut up, quit telling all of your own business, your own self, you'll figure out that shit gonna come back to bite me. Shut up. Raise your baby. Take care of your man, your home, your house, your career, and leave the rest of this shit alone. Stay off of social media, out of the comments. Fuck them people. They want you to do exactly what you're doing. And I promise you, you playing right into their hands. All Felicia T TV got to tell you is, I'm not going to be digging around in no trash for your business. All we need you to do is, shut the fuck up. And lastly, TashaK, you doing your thing. You got subscribers out the ass. I'm sure you got stuff going on in your future that's going to make you a mega star. And I'm here for it. I will be here to watch it. But will I be digging around in the trash for these stories? Absolutely not. It might have something to do with my age. Do your thing. Maybe that's where you want to be. Hey, I got nothing to say except do your thing. But that is not me. My morals won't let me do that. I know you say you don't get stories on death, people dying, and you don't do it on babies. But you will dig around in the trash to find out where the baby's mother is having her baby. No, all of that is in the same line for me. I ain't doing it. So, have at it. So, I'm going to end this video right now. Thank you all for coming this week. I really, really appreciate it. While you're here, why don't you go on and subscribe? Hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for coming this week. Like the video, share the video, and I will see you again next week here on Felicia T TV. We're going to have more grown-ass conversation. I appreciate you all for stopping by. That was my profile for the week. Thank you so much. And remember, safeguard your peace, folks. We out.